Can you guess where we're at? 3 guesses. First 2 are wrong.
It's a new day.
As we're driving down the road headed to our new campground, we discovered this.
9 Line.
It is a veteran-owned, backed, I don't even know how to put it. They are
100%.
all patriotic, and they're not ashamed of it.
Well, their tagline is relentlessly patriotic. I love that.
And they also do have several military charities, veteran charities that they stand behind, and they have 2 shirts in here that I have been dying to find, so we need to go in and check it out.
So we're going to go in here and spend a little money. And maybe, you can see over this shoulder, they got a little coffee shop, so we may go in there.
Yeah, and that's Black Rifle Coffee, which is also veteran-owned. And just so you know, 9 Line is the name of this company, and that's actually the call sign for someone who is on the battlefield who needs a medevac. So this is the shirt we were looking for, just to remind everybody that 22 veterans a day commit suicide. It's a pretty scary thought that they survive deployment, all the things they have to go through, and then they come home and we're not taking care of them. Unfortunately, they didn't have the women's version of the shirt that I wanted, but they did have a cool one for Phil, and I got a little Black Rifle Coffee, so I can recharge and maybe bounce off the walls in a bit.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I didn't get any coffee because I don't drink my coffee black, and they couldn't make any foo-foo coffee, so I was out.
Yeah, their machine just exploded or something, so Phil has to have lots of sugar and cream or
But
he
we
can't
got
drink
shirts.
it.
We got shirts.
And there may be a few presents in there for a couple of our friends, so they will just have to stay tuned.
Can you guess where we're at? 3 guesses. First 2 are wrong.
Life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
We can't sit on the bench and eat our chocolates, which I left in the car.
We do have chocolates. We just, there's no bench to sit on to eat them.
Yeah, they put the bench in a museum. So, but you should recognize the statue behind us. And there were a few other movies filmed here too in Savannah.
And what were they?
I don't remember. I read it last night, so I've already data dumped it all.
I have no idea. I'm just along for the ride. But I got to tell you, from where we parked the Jeep to now, Savannah is a really, really beautiful city.
It's like running through an open door. It's like finding what you're looking for. We've been waiting. We won't wait no more. Every season, every memory made, all the dreaming led us here today. Can you see it? We got a beautiful story. Every moment on and on. We got a beautiful story. And we've only just begun. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Never felt my heart beat so wild while the sunset sets the night on fire. You and me here, and it feels so right. We got a beautiful story. Every moment on and on. We got a beautiful story. And we've only just begun. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come.
Do you have a box of chocolates?
In the Jeep. And they taste really good
Doesn't help.
because I sampled them.
This is the good life. Soak in the good vibes. We're living out our dreams. We're living wild and free. So drink up the sunshine, 'cause everything's alright. We're living out our dreams. Yeah, this is the good life.
It took us a whole 10 minutes to get to our next destination from Savannah Oaks RV Resort.
Yep.
Or Park Resort.
Yeah,
I think.
what she said. So we came here because, one, it's a brewery, and two, it's a veteran-owned brewery under the Harvest Host umbrella, so we're really stoked to go check it out.
Absolutely. You know we love hitting up our Harvest Hosts, and they are literally everywhere. So this one is right outside Savannah, and we're pretty excited about checking it out.
Yeah, I mean, we have not yet had a beer we didn't like.
But don't tell them.
Yeah, shh.
One of the things we like the most about hitting up Harvest Hosts is the fact that you never know who you're going to meet in these places. Whether it's other RVers, and as you can see behind us, there are quite a few that
Yep.
are staying here tonight, or just the people that run the place. So I don't know if the owner's here tonight, but you know, sometimes we seek them out and ask them how they started the business, what they think about Harvest Hosts. Sometimes it's a very interesting conversation. Good morning. We woke up to the guys next door working on whatever trucks they're working on, and we thought we would check out and see if we have any battery life left, since we had no solar yesterday thanks to the rain and the clouds and the sun.
We're at 44% on our batteries, which is pretty good considering, like Stacy said, we had no solar yesterday at all. It rained pretty much most of the day. And we're using our gas heat to stay warm. And one of the ways we preserve our propane is when we go to sleep at night, we lower this one so it doesn't come on as often, and then we turn the back one on so that it keeps us warm with the door closed. So now we've turned that one off, and I'm turning this one, or I'm bumping this one up so it warms the front up.
If it's below freezing, it's not a problem because our propane in the back is what heats up the bay, so we don't have to worry about anything freezing down there. Time for coffee.
Yeah, that's...
You guys got to see us in all our morning glory, but we wanted to catch the battery life before we started really using the batteries, as we're about to right now. So this is probably going to knock another, what, 4?
Well, it'll zap it for a second, but it'll keep it at 44%.
Another way we save propane is we don't keep the hot water heater on all the time when we're unplugged. We only turn it on right before we shower, or if we need hot water for some reason. And a lot of times we actually just boil the water on the stove instead of turning the hot water heater on if we're doing dishes or something. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because we both have had our showers, and that's that. We definitely did not think about doing that when we first hit the road. The first time we unplugged, we had it on the whole time, and we realized that it was on all day, and we only needed it for about, 20 minutes for us both to take our shower. So that is one way to save on propane. We reached out to the owner, who is a veteran, to find out if he'd give us a little tour of the brewery, and he said yes.
Yeah, how cool is that to go see the behind the scenes of how their beer is made? So you're a veteran of?
Yeah, I was Army.
Army,
Yeah,
okay.
I retired 5 years ago.
Nice. I retired after 27 years in the Navy 6 years ago.
Yeah, you were both Navy, right?
Yeah.
I did 5.
Okay. Yeah, my wife did 8 years.
We really love when we can find a small mom and pop type business, breweries especially, and then bonus that you're veterans. We absolutely support our veterans.
As a matter of fact, by the time you see this,
Oh yeah.
we will have hit $100,000 raised for our military charities
That's awesome.
in less than 4 years. So you probably have already seen our celebratory video.
So how long have you been in business here?
So we were open in April, so this first April will be 1 year for us.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
It'll be our 1 year anniversary. This is where all the beer happens. So we have what's called a 4-barrel brew house. Once everything's done here and chilled, we move it to one of these tanks. Right now, you'll notice that some of these are bubbling. That one is. So that one's bubbling because that one's still going. That's the lager. And that's the Irish Red, if you tried that one.
I think I did last night.
I just kegged all that, and that was champagne beer. This week we have 2 IPAs to brew, and a few others behind those as they come out and more go in. So, but this is pretty much the heart of what we do here.
Nice.
So how has Harvest Host affected your business?
We're actually the top brewery in Harvest Host for a number of stays.
Wow.
We've had over 700 stays since we began in September. And that's only a few months ago.
Well, you guys are perfectly located because
Yeah.
you are literally right off the highway.
Yeah.
And you guys have room for what, 5 to 7
Well, there were
rigs?
seven
Easy
harvest
seven,
hosters back there last
We'll
night.
have sometimes upwards of 10 or 12, and depends on the size.
It definitely beats a Walmart for overnight every
Oh,
day
yeah,
of the
yeah.
week.
Yeah, we didn't
Every
even
day.
know about Harvest Host until roughly June. We had a couple come through here, and hey, you mind if we stay overnight? You should do Harvest Host. And then August, we went ahead and pulled the trigger for that. They went ahead and vetted us, and we were up and running at the very end of August. So, and since that point, like
Wow.
I said, 700. That's crazy.
It
I never
is
thought
crazy.
The rise, the climb. Oh, right now I feel alive. 'Cause every moment here is a gift. It's never felt quite like this.